Because there are so many factors that led to our affordability and displacement crisis, there is no single solution, and we need to be taking a multi-angled approach. First and foremost, state laws in California make it difficult to build housing. It takes too long and is too expensive. We need a more streamlined process that promotes building more homes and limits angry neighbors' ability to stop housing creation. We need to update the California Environmental Quality Act, known as CEQA, because our environmental challenges are very different than they were in 1970 when the law was signed. Lastly, Prop 13, passed by the voters in 1978, creates a bias against building housing. This is because cities around the state can generate more tax revenue by building office and commercial, since that type of property flips or resells more often than housing. Every time the title changes hands, the property tax resets to market value, which is almost always higher. Both CEQA and Prop 13 were well intentioned, but need updates considering today's challenges. At a regional level, the 9-county Bay Area does not coordinate well. 101 independent jurisdictions, dozens of transit agencies do not operate as one. This lack of coordination hurts the region as a whole. Perhaps most importantly, we need pro-housing voices to speak up directly to elected leaders in order to create change. Decisions are made by those who show up, and we desperately need more pro-housing voices speaking to politicians all over the Bay Area. At a local level, we need to be innovative in our housing creation. There are small options available, commonly referred to as affordable by design, that add incremental housing supply. We also need to change local laws to incentivize building housing in San Francisco along transit corridors and on underutilized land. We need to find funding mechanisms to build subsidized affordable housing for low-income and middle-income San Franciscans, because teachers make too much money to qualify for traditional low-income housing. We also need to be thinking long-term, since it took us 30 years to create this problem. While many of the new units today may be too expensive for most residents, it does become relatively more affordable over time. It can take upwards of 20 to 30 years for those homes to become more affordable, but it happens. Part of the reason we're in the affordability crisis today is that we limited the amount of housing being built for decades, and we're paying the price.